Hey guys, Eric here with Project DIY. Today we're going to show y'all how to install them gutters, save yourself some money, and give your house a good facelift. So let's get into it. I'm going to be installing brand new seamless gutters on my house. What is a seamless gutter? Glad you asked. Let's take a look. Seamless gutters are just that. One long gutter, all one piece that are not pieced together. It is a much cleaner and cosmetically appealing gutter. They can be run out just a couple of feet all the way to 50 or 60, possibly longer depending on the scenario. Mine varied from 6 feet long to 43 feet long. A gutter starts out as aluminum coil. It is then fed through a gutter machine and out comes a new gutter. This is what allows them to run long lengths. They start the gutter, run it to the proper length, and use a blade on the machine to cut the gutter at the proper length. First, let's talk about gutters. Determine if you want 5 or 6 inch gutters. I went with 6 inch. I prefer the 6 inch because it can handle the large amounts of water that comes off your roof. Next, let's figure if you're going to use an inside or outside miter box or use the inside or outside miter strip. I use the miter strip, and I'm not gonna lie, and I promise you, I'll tell you when I'm lying. If I had to do this over again, I think I would install the miter box next time. I just think it's a little bit easier and quicker to install. Alright, let's get into this project. First, let's get these old gutters down. Determine what has been used to fasten your gutters. Mine were fastened using nails, so I used a flat bar to pry them loose. I found the best way is to put your flat bar behind the gutter where it is fastened and pry. Now it is just a matter of working your way down the gutter until all the fasteners are loose. Okay, now how long does each gutter need to be? Alright, let's get into that and see how we figure that out. You can set a measurement for each one or do what I did. Some of the gutters that were installed were the correct length, some were not. So the ones that I knew were the correct length, I just measured them and used that measurement. Make sure you get the measurement from the back for an inside miter and the outside miter if it is an outside miter, meaning off the back of the gutter. If you're going to measure an inside miter, it needs to come off the back of the gutter. If you're going to measure an outside miter, it needs to come off the front side of the gutter because it's going to be an outside cut. Be sure to get the correct measurement from the back for an inside miter and the outside of the gutter if it is an outside miter, because if not, it will be too short and that gutter will be useless. In this video, I will be measuring from the back of the gutters because all of my miters are inside. Now to cut the gutters. As the old saying goes, measure twice, cut once. Make sure you have your measurement and everything right before you cut because it could be costly if you're not right. Trust me, I've been there, done that. It's not fun. Your inside or outside miter is typically going to be at 45-degree angle. You can put your square on there or cut a 45 on a short piece and trace. Make sure that you have a pair of metal snips to make your cut. Now, make your cut and just follow your marks. After you have made your cut, if your gutter has an end, you can install your end cap. Now there is a left and a right. Make sure you have the correct one. Just pop it on and use something to crimp it onto the gutter, making sure to crimp in several places. Next, use some good gutter sealant, not silicone or caulk. A good gutter sealant is a definite must. Apply a good amount to the inside of the end cap and work down with your finger to make sure any holes are filled. This will also help hold the end cap on as well once it dries. Next, get the hangers. I prefer the ones with the screws already in them. It makes it a lot simpler and easier when you're installing your gutters. Take the end with the hook, place it on the inside of the gutter up under the front of it, and it will latch. Then just push down onto the back of the gutter. That's it. I like to run mine about every 2 feet. You can eyeball it or use a tape to get them pretty close. Once they are all snapped into place, you are ready to hang your gutter. Like I said, it is easier and quicker to hang if you have help, but you can do it yourself like I did if you have something to hold up the other end of the gutter. Just be careful and make sure your rig to hold up the other end is sturdy, because if the gutter falls off the rig or it fails, the gutter is very likely to kink and will have a big crease in it and will not look very appealing. Alright guys, we're up here installing the gutters now. I'm doing this myself, so I want to show you something I did to rig it up just so I can temporarily get it started and we can see what we got going on. So what I did, I got the gutter up here, went ahead and ran one of my screws in just to hold this end up. And then on the other end down there, I have a board rigged up just to hold the gutter so it doesn't fall on me. And that way I can put the other gutter on the other side right there. I can meet them in together, get my miter in there where it's supposed to be, and everything can be good. I'll adjust these screws. As you can see, they're not screwed in. We'll go down through there and get our height of what we want. Because this end that I'm on right here, the first one I put in is going to be, this is going to be my high point. Everything's going to dump down, go there, and then I'm going to have my downspout right over there on the corner. Alright, we've got both of our gutters up here just tacked for the moment. There's one side. There's our other side. Got our inside miter here. I put 2 zip screws right here, one on each side. Just keep it screwed together. Then we come up here, I put 2 on this back flange right there. There's one there and one here, just to hold the back side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this mastic again that we used on the end caps there. And we're going to seal all of this down in here. I have the water flows from this direction. Okay, it's going to come from this way and then go that way, because that way is where I have my downspout. As you can see too, this piece here runs up underneath of that one. So that when the water hits, it doesn't, if this was on top of it and this one ran in, then your water's going to want to have more of a tendency to run underneath the gutter. So when you run those, you want to run the side with a downspout. If you have 2 of them that's running together, run the side with a downspout on the bottom side, so that way when your water runs, we're still going to seal it and it probably wouldn't leak, but it just helps it be less, your chance is a whole lot less for it to leak. So that's what we're going to do. Also, another thing you could do is underneath of here, before you put that corner miter on, you can caulk underneath of there before you push it up. That will give it an extra seal there as well. I didn't show that, but that's something else that you can do as well. There we are, sealed up. Now we're going to finish getting this thing screwed off and ready to go. When figuring for your downspouts, consider which style you need, an A or a B. This mostly depends on how and where you are putting your downspouts. I use both of them on my install. Alright guys, we got the gutters up. Let me show you on the downspout here where you need to put your screws and how you need to put your elbows and things of that nature in so you don't have any big time leaks. So let me show you what I got going here. So you got your elbow, come out of your main gutter here. Got some screws in there tying it in. But as you see, it runs down. This piece runs into this piece, not over top of it, because obviously water's going to be running down through here, and if this is tucked over top of it, some of the water, I mean majority of the water actually is going to make it in there, but at the same time you're still going to have a constant drip coming down from here. Same thing from here. I need to put another screw in there. See how this piece runs into this one? It doesn't run on the outside of it, it runs on the inside. That way when all the water's running in, it has to dump into this one. Alright, follow down. Same thing. This piece runs into this piece, not over top. Come all the way down. Got a strap on there. And the same exact thing down here on your bottom piece. Main pipe runs into your elbow, not onto the outside of it. So it's just something pretty simple, but at the same time very important. It will keep your gutters a lot cleaner and you won't have any leaks or things of that nature. So that's a wrap. You now have your brand new gutters installed, ready for the rain when it comes. The next thing you could do if you want, put some leaf guards on it. I did not put any on mine. I'm going to though. As you can see in the videos, I have a lot of trees around my house. There's gonna be a lot of leaves. Mine get clogged very quickly, so I'm gonna put some on there. When I do, I'll make a video, show you guys how to use it, how to put them on, and the best ones that I find that I'm gonna put on there that work correctly. So guys, I hope this video has been helpful. If you would, give us a subscription, give us some likes, and remember, why hire a guy when you can DIY? Thanks.